Hi, everyone, and welcome to our game of the week. The energy today just feels different in here. We've been building toward this game. This is one both teams have had circled on the schedule since the start of the season. And this is a special date on the college football calendar. Number 1 versus number 2 here late in the season. This, folks, is a potential national championship game preview, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Will kick this away to start us off. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looks to the left for a quick throw, and it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it into a tight window. An incompletion, probably the best result you could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome anytime you throw into double coverage.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's looking to scramble. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They're going to run it here. Fights through a tackle. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
First down here for this offense. And now the handoff. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. That's a design quarterback keeper. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early down to stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. We'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Touchdown, Seminoles. Setting the tone early on offense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT.
That makes the score Florida State 7, NC State 0.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Looks like he's going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Tackled quickly after the catch, he'll be short of the marker. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Inside the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's first and goal for the offense.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina State. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Defense is coming after him. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Karapates. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. The tactic works here. Now you got a fourth down.
And the Noles will have to take it away. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Well, that was exciting, but no one to throw to. Eventually goes down.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the pressure gets to him again.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
Number 12.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. See if he can make a play on this return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! Wow, so the punt returner all the way to the house to put his team in front now.
Well, that's one way to do it, right? You don't have to worry about your own offense putting points on the board when you get a score from the return team. 6 points on the board, heck of a return, and they're up.
They're setting out to try the PAT. The PAT is good. They go over touchdown, 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Quick throw to his receiver. And he pulls in the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Nice gain, moves the ball to the 47. Another first down. Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Couple things that really stood out to me here, Chris, on this nice play by the corner. Awareness to be able to see the wide receiver screen, and then the willingness to get involved and run support and make the tackle. Great play.
The pass rush closing in. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
He's tackled at the 48-yard line. Third down coming up.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Here comes a handoff. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Extending the play now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Noles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Picks up the first down and still going. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the left side. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. He knocks this one right through. And they add to their lead.
Now, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Breaking free at midfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Man, this guy is as fast as there is in college football, and it's so much fun to watch him when he gets out in space with room to go. And you just know the home crowd is loving this.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The Wolfpack line up now, 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So a huge play to start the drive and get in scoring position, but now it's 3rd and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State. Now the important point after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. The game good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. NC State will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Florida State offense on the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. They get the second half started with the running play. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Tailback with another carry. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value. Crucial third down play coming up. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. To the running back on this 4th down play. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
On a tight game like this, you're on the road. Why not take a chance? Go for it, you hit it, and you quiet the crowd in the process.
The Seminoles with 1st and 10 here. Handoff here from the shotgun. Solid game, moves the ball to the 43.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Got him, he's sacked. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is exactly what the defense talked about at halftime, coming up with a stop to start this second half. Now they've done that on this 3rd down. We'll see what happens with the decision on 4th down, but the defense looks at a very different kind of energy to start the second half.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Touchdown, Wolfpack. Will take the lead in the second half. Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good. The lead is now 4, 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He finds the running back in the flat. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense playing coverage or blitz. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Downfield shot. Ball's incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He'll take a deep shot. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The PAT puts them up 3.
That makes the score. Florida State 24.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Number 12, set to advance on the football.
The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise.
Well, the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, and he dropped it. You do not see that very often from this guy. He's going to bring up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver makes the grab. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
4th down coming up.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver, has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 24, NC State 21.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket, using his legs on the scramble. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
No surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on 4th down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
2nd down after that previous play. Same tailback, another carry. Breaks loose at the 40. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
That's solid run, good for first down yardage. Oh, it's snapped to the back. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
They'll run it from the gun. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
NC State getting set for the 1st and 10 now. It's a draw to the back. Nowhere to run up the middle.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. Seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. First and goal. Can the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the fourth quarter? They go with a direct snap. Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They jump in front here in the fourth.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Remember last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Man, how'd you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now, with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
So often we get caught up in the quarterback and the wide receivers and the skill in this game. This is another example of a nice job by the offensive line, giving the quarterback ample amount of time to be able to...
And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. And the Seminoles churn out another first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid game.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Knowles. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead. And now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
PAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
NC State, 28.
And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown trot last time they had it. And that pass falls incomplete.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. That would have sealed the victory. Does bring up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
And he's got it. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And he steps out of bounds. A heads-up play to stop the clock. NC State comes to the line quickly. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up third down.
Well, at this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs. Get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. NC State getting set for their 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down. They've still got time to go for the win, but they've got to go quickly here. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds an open target on the left side. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Let's see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Direct snap to the back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, NC State.
Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will tie the game here. Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
At the 17-yard line. Second down.
NC State has moved into the red zone. The pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, no surprise there. They gave it to him one more time. The defense is able to come up with a stop. Listen, this guy's already got 3 touchdowns on the game, and he looks hungry for number 4. Give it to him again.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. On the run here. Lets it go. Into the end zone to take the lead here in OT.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead.
That makes it NC State 38, Florida State 30.
Pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
All of this pressure and sacks starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
So a challenging 3rd down play. They need a 1st down or a touchdown to keep this game going. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down, bringing pressure. And he's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
So here we have a challenging 4th down play with the game on the line. Defense gets a stop, and it's game over. He's escaping the pocket now. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's a huge overtime interception. In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it, and they come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of